what you were looking at is not a AAA game. This isn't made by Ubisoft or Electronic Arts. It's not invested into by Tencent or Embracer. This is a tactical first-person shooter that is completely free, made by you all. Our community made this game, and it's getting to a point where I gotta say, some of the footage I have been getting from the multiplayer matches that have been taking place in our game every single day are starting to look almost identical to the footage that I used to get from Squad. But today, what I really wanted to do was just show off some eye-in-the-sky footage of some of the matches that have been taking place on the many servers in our game. We had over 1,000 concurrent players last weekend for the entire weekend. And keep in mind, concurrent players is just the number of people that are running the game at that single point in time. We have been getting anywhere from 20 to 50,000 unique individual players every single day passing through Operation Harsh Doorstop playing the game. How incredible is that? So if you guys want to support this project, go download the game completely for free on Steam. We're going to be doing a huge playtest with new vehicles, new weapons, new maps this weekend, and we're going to start doing new supporter-only playtests for people who have donated to the game for the new upcoming version of the game, which is going to have a whole bunch of new content in addition to new modding tools, new game modes, new vehicles, new weapons, all sorts of stuff that we're going to continue making for free for our community. But we're also going to be giving all of our donators early access to come and play test those features with us before we release them for free. So again, if you haven't picked up the game on Steam, go do it. If you can't donate, at least go pick it up for free because it costs nothing, and come join us in some of these amazing battles that we've been having online. All right, let's get into it. All right, so this is an engagement currently taking place on one of our multiplayer servers. And keep in mind, this is all players. There are no bots here, although we do support single player, we do support bots. This is a 100% multiplayer, player-only playtest. Wow, and right off the bat, at the very beginning of the match, things are heating up. That is a Ukrainian LAV just completely demolishing that BRDM, and there's this squad of infantry that are currently taking cover in the trenches, trying to retaliate against this LAV, launching rockets back at it, although I don't think they've... No, I don't think any of them have actually scored any hits on this LAV. This LAV is just continuously mopping up, and now that the AT and the BRDM has been destroyed, it is just absolutely steamrolling any remaining infantry, although it might be stuck. Did it get stuck? Nope, it did not. Alright, so here it is. I think it's just going to sit here in the tree line, and it's just going to mow down any infantry that were advancing in this open field. Not a good place for them to be right now, but a very good place for the LAV to be. You can see that it has set up just in the perfect position, and these guys are caught out wide in the open, although it doesn't look like the LAV has seen them yet, although they're being mowed down by the other infantry that are flanking to the right here, although I believe I hear a Russian BTR. Oh yes, I do. There's a Russian BTR that's flanked far to the right, although that did not work out very well because the Ukrainian infantry are pretty well dug into this tree line. You can see now that they've taken out that BTR, they're going to start heading back up, reinforcing that LAV, pushing on that next objective. Now, this map is actually a map that has been created by one of our own developers, and he uploaded it to the Steam Workshop. In fact, a lot of the, in my opinion, best content on the Steam Workshop isn't just created by the community, but our own developers also upload their own modifications that they make in their free time to the Steam Workshop, and this is one of the maps that Edcast has created, and there's actually a bunch of different versions of this map. We're currently playing on the summer version, although there is also a winter version, which I think is probably one of the best looking maps on the workshop right now. But it's also a really fun map to play. There's lots of trenches. There's a large variety of different types of environments. You got these wide open plains, you got these tree lines, you got roads for vehicles. You also have all of these foxholes that make for really interesting infantry gameplay as well as vehicle gameplay. You can see that this single Russian soldier is just absolutely demolishing these Ukrainian forces. This one Ukrainian soldier still alive even though the rest of his squad has been wiped out. Let's see what he does. He's going to move up here and just dive into this foxhole and continue holding off the Russian advance. It doesn't look like any new vehicles have come up to reinforce the Russian front line, although it did seem that somebody took out that lav because either that lav retreated or I believe there is a wreckage of the lav in the tree line, so they must have destroyed it while we were looking at the BTR on the other side of the front line. Although I do hear, oh yes, there is another BTR coming up, reinforcing the front line now. Ooh, not looking good for the Allied forces holding these trenches. Oh man, that BTR just being incredibly aggressive, pushing straight to the front line, but you've got a lot of Ukrainian infantry here in the trenches, scoring one hit with AT. Let's see if they can get another one. If they can take this BTR out, that actually might turn the tide for the Allied forces. Looks like you've got someone advancing on the BTR. Looked like a friendly soldier. Oh my gosh, I think that soldier just planted C4 on that BTR and finished him off. What a finish. You still have these Russian forces advancing pretty aggressively, attempting to take this trench line. More friendly forces way in the back. I can hear them advancing. I can hear the rounds flying overhead, but they're a little bit far away from the capture point. You still have a couple of Russians on the other side of the trench line as well. If they could get entrenched on the other side of that road, it could really give them control of this crossing. You still have this one Allied soldier in the foxhole, still holding on after all this time. Looks like they're throwing grenades at each other. Look at this. That grenade exploding on the outside of the foxhole. Look at this single soldier just holding off against all odds. You've got a whole Russian squad and another BTR, although that is not a 30mm cannon, so not as heavy of a reinforcement as the previous BTR, and it also just got immediately taken out. Not a good sign. And this AT trooper just offed himself by shooting the rocket directly into the truck in front of him. Oh no. That one remaining friendly soldier getting wiped out by the Russian advance. Now they are holding this flag. This flag is now neutralized, probably going to very quickly come under the control of the Russian forces. This PKM just laying down fire to the eastern flank. Looks like you've got more riflemen pushing up. Looks like you've got a friendly fire situation. I wonder how long it's going to take this guy to realize that that is a friendly. Although, not fast enough, because it looks like there are Ukrainian soldiers in this trench line. Just took out that Russian squad. However, we have more armor, and this is a 30mm cannon this time. Although, making the same mistake again. Pushing up way too fast. The Russians just keep making that same mistake, pushing up with their BTRs right up into the face of the enemy where they get taken out by infantry AT. Not the smartest move. If you really want to make the most of your armored vehicles, you want to hang back. They do have magnified optics. You can engage from a distance, pushing up right into the enemy face. Not the best idea. You have a Ukrainian striker coming to reinforce the front line now. This might give the Allied forces a chance since they've taken out all of the Russian armor. So if this striker plays its cards right, it may be able to retake this objective. Although right now, seemingly making a similar mistake, pushing up way too far, too fast. BTR coming out from the western road, engaging the striker. This is a toss-up. No, it looks like the striker is not going to win that engagement. The BTR is going to push up, although we do have friendly forces on the ground with AT, and yes, the BTR is out. So, looks like both sides have neutralized all armored vehicles on the field. It is entirely up to the infantry now to wrap up this engagement. Let's see who is going to finally take control of this capture point and win this game once and for all. I gotta say, it is actually looking pretty bleak for the Allied forces. The Russians have really pushed up and are maintaining control of that objective. And despite this incredibly aggressive push from the Ukrainian forces, it does not look like they are going to be able to take the ground that they need to hold this objective for the amount of time that they need to capture it. But we're just going to see. We've got another BTR hanging back, opening fire on the front line. This might be the first intelligent Russian BTR that I've actually seen enter an engagement. Let's see how he handles this situation. Really aggressive, mopping up any forces holding that flag. Infantry coming in behind. We've got a allied machine gunner just laying into this BTR, which hilariously enough actually gets the BTR to retreat a little bit. That's incredible that that actually worked, although that machine gun is not going to damage that BTR at all. But it does look like the Ukrainian forces have pushed up enough to actually take the flag, and they win the game. Ukrainian ground forces claim victory against the Russian Marines. What a good match. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you like videos like this, please let me know. Keep in mind, this is not Squad. This is not Arma. This is not Hell Let Loose. This isn't some new unannounced game. This is a completely free tactical shooter that is available on Steam right now. And I mean, I know I'm biased, but I have to say some of this footage is starting to look indistinguishable from some of the leading military simulation games that are asking $40, $50, $60, and we're out here doing it for free. So if you believe in what we're doing as much as we believe in what we're doing, go download the game, go get in the server, go help out, make a mod, start up your own server. Just go in and lead a squad, participate in the community, join the Discord. We are out here doing something that until now nobody else has done. A completely standalone, combined arms, single player and multiplayer game on Unreal Engine, released completely for free. Nobody has done that. No one. World War III, it's on Unreal Engine, it's free. Does it have mod support? Does it allow you to host your own servers? No. Squad, great game. Does it have single player? Is it free? No, it's $50. Arma, fantastic project. Love Arma. Again, do you want to have to download 50 different DLCs in order to play the entire game? I didn't think so. Operation Harsh Doorstop is getting dangerously close to being the full military simulation experience made by a community of people that just love making games and love playing games with one another, and we've given it away completely for free. If this footage does not speak for itself, I don't even know what else to tell you. If you guys want to help out, spread the word, tell everybody to get into the game, and we have got huge things coming in the near future. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.